So I think we should be very active in our lives, wherever we are, whatever we do, we as Catholics. So this morning I would like to talk a little bit about very dangerous amendment. Amendment 4. This is not politics. You may say, Father, this is politics. No, it's not. This is amendment. I'm not telling you to vote for the left or right, for this candidate or another. No. This is abortion amendment. And this amendment, and we talk about it within the diocese also, is supported to vote no on Amendment 4 by all the bishops in Florida, by all 8 bishops. So you may ask me, what is this abortion amendment? Well, I want to just read to you this amendment, what it says. So the title is Amendment to Limit Government Interference with Abortion. It's very tricky, but it should say amendment to legalize full-term abortion for any age without parental consent in Florida. So what's the summary of the amendment? No law shall prohibit, penalize, delay, or restrict abortion before viability or when necessary to protect the patient's health as determined by the patient's healthcare provider. This amendment does not change the legislature constitutional authority to require notification to a parent or guardian before a minor has an abortion. So I prepared few points about this amendment, okay? So I want you to, and also on your part, I want you to educate yourself. What is this Amendment 4 standing? So Amendment 4 allows late-term abortion until the moment of birth without requiring an actual medical doctor to evaluate viability or the mother's health, and it removes parents' right to consent for their daughter to have an abortion. Only notification is required. So consider the misleading and deceptive language of the amendment. And they know how to do it. They don't want you to just put everything there. No. And I prepared a few points here. Just few talking points. So number 1, the title says, limit government interference with abortion. When we hear that, we say, okay, that's good. I don't want government to interfere with my decision, yes? I want government to stay away from me. But it actually would prohibit government protection of women and their children. Safety regulations would be removed or not enforced. So that's number 1. Number 2, viability is not defined. But more importantly, the next words are or, when necessary to protect the patient's health. Health was defined by the U.S. Supreme Court in the 1973 Doe versus Bolton case to include all factors, physical, emotional, psychological, familial, and the woman's age, relevant to the well-being of the patient. So this health exception expanded the right to abortion for any reason through all these 3 trimesters of pregnancy. Number 3, the amendment also says, as determined by the patient's healthcare provider. Well, it doesn't require a medical doctor. It could be an untrained abortion center employee or anyone of over 50 healthcare providers, the closest term defined by law. And number 4, it preserves parental notification in the case of a minor, but eliminates parental consent. You see, parents would lose the right to involvement in their daughter's abortion of their grandchild, which could affect her for the rest of her life. And I hear that in the sacrament of confession. Many times, women come to me and they talk to me about what happened decades ago. You know, we need to do something about it. That's why Planned Parenthood calls the vote no position extreme, because of what they refer to as the 6-week abortion ban. And the truth is, the heartbeat law protects a preborn baby after his or her heart is beating. So remember that we may say that I am against Amendment 4 because it is a scientific fact that life begins at fertilization. Even if you think abortion is okay in some circumstances, don't be duped into voting for an amendment with such misleading language. As I said at the beginning, all the bishops in Florida support this opposed extreme abortion amendment, and they say vote no on Amendment 4. And they say also Florida Amendment 4, which will appear on Florida's November 2024 ballot, is an extreme proposal that legalizes full-term abortion with no protections for the preborn child, including when the child is capable of feeling pain. This proposed amendment to our state constitution would prohibit all restrictions on abortion before viability and create a broad exception that any healthcare provider could exploit to allow abortion up to birth. And the bishops continue in that letter. You may read this letter on the website of the Catholic Florida bishops. We urge all Floridians of goodwill to stand against the legalization of late-term abortion and oppose the abortion amendment. In doing so, we will not only protect the weakest, most innocent, and defenseless of human life among us, but also countless women throughout the state from the harms of abortion. And they say, human life is sacred. The dignity of the human person is the foundation of a moral vision of society. Direct attacks on innocent persons are never morally acceptable at any stage or in any condition. In our state, human life is repeatedly being destroyed by abortion. Over 84,000 vulnerable and voiceless children were aborted in Florida in 2023. My brothers and sisters, my dear parishioners, what shall we do with that? You may be asking me. Well, there are a few things. Pray. We'll receive some prayer cards from the Diocese of Venice very soon, and we'll continue to pray to support life and be against this amendment, very extreme amendment. Second, sign up for updates at www.extreme4fl Florida.com. You can also tell others about this extreme and misleading amendment and share the website. And if you want, you can also donate via through website and invite others who care about this issue to join you. Once again, along with all the bishops in Florida, vote no on Amendment 4. God bless you. Thank you.